All right. Well, welcome everybody to the call. 95 people on the call so far, and I'm sure it's going to go up and up and up. And so, y'all, I'm Michele McCay, your leader, Oxford, Mississippi, and I've got the amazing Andrea Rosser on the phone and Mr. Coach Brent Palmer. Coach Brent Palmer is going to do an amazing training for y'all. And if you heard my voice, my audio message that I sent out to a lot of people today, this is just my feeling. This is not scriptural or anything. I'm just saying that we are in massive momentum in this team, and we are one of the fastest growing teams in North America. But if you want to be in mass momentum or more mass momentum, you need to follow this system that Coach Brent Palmer is going to teach you on tonight. And I mentioned a word that has hit me for 2 or 3 days now. And if you've been in another company, you've heard this word, critical mass. And when we're told that critical mass hits, and we may not be there, it might be a year or two from now, but I'm believing that this massive momentum is hitting, and you will possibly be able to add a zero to your check if you follow this plan. But I'm more excited about adding 2 more zeros to your check, that is representation of the hundreds of thousands of people that we are impacting with these drops. So that's how serious I am about this. This is how passionate, and my purpose for getting on this call is to help you explode your business and explode your teams, explode your income, and then explode your impact. So Coach Palmer, take it away.
Michele McCay, thank you so much, and hope you guys can hear me okay. It is an honor, absolute privilege to be here tonight and to do this with you. And I'm going to wait just a second. I'm going to move to my gallery view where I can see everybody's face. So give me just a second. Okay, perfect. You know, there's a lot going through my mind right now, but I've got to say this. And I was talking to Michele McCay and Andrea Rosser today, and I just want you to know that I see you. I see so many of you, all of you that are just absolutely out there affecting not only your business, but so many other people's business. And you're just the ambassador that we were looking for when we formed this company. I want to share that with you as we start tonight. And please stay till the end and invite your team, if they're not on, to get on, because we've got something at the end that in 4 weeks is going to excel not only your business, but your team's business. And if we just zero in on these things, but I want to share with you, as one of the founders of the company, it's an honor and a privilege to be one of the founders of Partner Co. And one of the things I'll tell you tonight is everything I'm going to show you is something I personally practice every single day in my business as well. But when we formed this company a little over a year ago, one of the things, and it's funny, it's really maybe a God thing that I'm about to say this, because this morning on the Coach's Corner, we talked about empathy. Empathy was our word. And one of the quotes I made was, the medicine the world's looking for is empathy, meaning people want to be seen. They want to be heard. They want to feel like they have a seat at the table. They have a say so. And one of the pillars that our company was founded on was, and it's why it's named Partner Co., was to be a company that leaned in with people and made them feel like they were a partner. Not that we're perfect, not that we're not going to screw up or mess up or have stumbling blocks along the way. But at the end of the day, if we unify and we do it together and we stay humble and we keep all the stuff away, we're going to build a huge company. And one of the things that we felt like our industry needed was this company that blurred the lines of sponsorship, that just had an interest in building the biggest company in the industry. That when we did things, we thought about, okay, how does this affect us 5 years, 10 years, 20 years down the road? but also we wanted to bring products to the marketplace that really impacted the world. I challenge you tomorrow night, Dr. Ray Strand will be doing a special Zoom specifically on the drops. One of the things Dr. Strand talked about recently to myself was how a lot of people in the world, their bodies took a long time to get messed up, to get out of balance. And it's going to take more than a month, 3 months, or 6 months to get back in balance. Matter of fact, it could take up to 2 years for these drops to work in the body to get things aligned from what we've done to our body over the years. And he's going to be talking about the science to that. So I encourage you to get the link for that tomorrow night or Thursday night, excuse me, and tune into that because you'll really understand if you hadn't already, like why the drops are such a good gateway product. And so if you're focusing there and you're gatewaying people there, you're going to get the opportunity of them seeing the other products on our shelf. But tonight, what I'm here to share with you is how our system marries to the comp plan. And one of the things that I've been on the phone with today, and yesterday I was actually on the phone on a Zoom with Andrea Rosser and a group from Sweden. And guess who that group came to us from? You guys. So I promise you, we're working behind the scenes each and every day to help your team grow. And they haven't yet joined our company, but we sure are working to get this group to join our company. People are looking, leaders are looking. But what I see them looking for, and some of you might have been in this place, is I see them looking for a company that, leads with humility, that have products that work, but that has a system. We've all heard companies that talk about being a legacy. We've all heard companies say they have the number one compensation plan. But when people hear that we have a system and that our system is producing great checks for people, checks that matter in their life, checks that happen in their first week or their first month in business. And you all have seen that in your business. Like, people within your teams that has come out of the gate and it's like, oh, what a blessing, that this system is providing and it's drawing. And so what I'm going to share with you tonight, I'm going to go over, and you're going to hear me say it a couple of times, is activity drives the volume and volume drives the paycheck. So I'm going to share with you over and over the activity that will absolutely crush the volume in this company. And guess what? When you crush the volume, you crush the paychecks. And so that's what I want for all of you. I was a high school football coach. I was a principal. I was an athletic director. I never want to forget what it was like to be broke, living paycheck to paycheck. And that's why I joined this industry. Today, when I get interviewed by magazines and things, and all they want to talk about is how did you make millions of dollars in this industry? And I'm like, can we go back to when I was broke? Because I never want to forget that. And I pray every day that greed and ego doesn't creep in and that I remember where I came from. And that's why I'm out here helping other people get to where they want to go, because this great industry gave that to me. And so tonight, I'm going to share with you what I do each and every day. And so I just wanted to share that at the beginning. Last year, first year in business, we did about 400 million in revenue. And I want to share with you, our compensation plan pays over 50%. So that means we paid over $200 million back to the field, people like you and me. So as we soar to $1 billion, $2 billion, $3 billion and beyond, what does that mean when you're paying back over 50% to us? It means that people are being benefited financially all over the world. And that I'm proud of. And so I'm going to share my screen and I'm going to take you through a few things, and then I'm going to move over to my whiteboard, and I'm out of town, so I'm traveling. So it's a little bit, I'm a little bit, doing this remotely tonight. So bear with me, please. And I sure appreciate your time. So one of the things I want to show you, and you're going to, some of this stuff you might already know, but I just want to make sure, because I know this call is being recorded. Hopefully you find little nuggets that possibly you're not doing, or possibly you didn't know, and you can apply it to your business. And my prayer is that you grab one thing that helps your business flourish. So the first thing I want to share with you is our subscribe and save. So one of the things that I do in the business is I'm always trying to get people on subscribe and save when they enroll as a brand partner, but I'm not going to let it be a factor of them running away. We have people that earn $1,500 in their first 4 Fridays before they get on subscribe and save. But what I will tell you is when people hit ultimate status in the company, double check and make sure their subscribe and save is set up. Make sure their banking is set up. So you need 100 points or $150 product order to be commission eligible. But let me tell you a little nugget. If you have someone that just wants to use the products, they're not interested in making a paycheck, all they have to have is an active subscribe and save. It could be 1 PV, and they're going to get 30% off all of our products. Okay. So just understand there's a difference. 100 points if I'm driving a paycheck, just a active subscribe and save of 1 point, 1 PV or whatever, if I want to get up to a 30% discount. Is everybody with me on that? Hope that made sense to you. So I'm also going to point to this. We all know, and hopefully we do, that when a person becomes a brand partner, it's $29.95 one time. They never pay that again. That gives them online business tools, weekly trainings, mobile share out, like a lot of things. But once they do that, they have 4 Fridays to go activate their business level. Now, what if they don't make it in that period of time? Or maybe something happens and it takes them a little longer to get started. Our company will let you call in and reactivate or restart their dates one time. Okay. So it's not a tripwire. We want to help every single person go to ultimate status in the company. Why? Because ultimate is going to pay out the highest percentage of commissions for life. It never goes away. So once you hit it, it's there to stay. So how do I get to ultimate? In my first 4 Fridays. Why 4 Fridays? Because we're paid every Friday. So that's 4 pay periods. 4 Fridays, I've got to get to 1,500 PV product volume. And I can do that by personally buying product, or I'm bringing in customers in my website. Now, what a lot of people do using our system of growth, you're going to hear me talk about SOG. That stands for System of Growth with the Drops. What a lot of people do is when they join, they will start posting twice a day, and they will personally sell 30 boxes within their first 4 Fridays. They're going to make $1,500 of profit. That's pretty cool right out of the gate. They're also going to hit ultimate and gold status in the company. It locks for life and a 30% payout for life. Is everybody with me on that? Okay. Just give me a thumbs up if you are. Maybe put it in the chats. So I'm also going to draw up this or show you this. I'm going to show you base pay. I'm going to go through a few ways we're paid in the comp plan and how it relates to the system of growth. So the first one is base pay, and I'm going to open up all layers of this. So let's say that you have 3 lines of business. Now, maybe you're building with 2 lines of business. Okay, but I'm using the scenario of 3. Doesn't matter. On a Friday, so let's say right now that let's say that Andrea on Friday closed a business, in her biggest leg of business, line of business, she has 4,800 in product volume. And in her second line of business, she has 4,000 in product volume. In her third line of business, she has 2,000 in product volume. Well, base commissions is going to pay you on every line except your biggest line. So she's going to make 4,000 and 2,000 is combine the 6,000, multiply it by 15%. That's $900. 15% of 6,000 PV is $900. So she would make $900 in base commissions for the week. Now, I always hear this, especially from other companies. They'll say, oh, so we're not paid on the power line. You absolutely are paid on the power line. It's through a form of pay called match check. And I'm going to show you that in just a minute, okay? So just stay with me on this. So every line outside of my power line, base commissions is going to pay 15%. So I want to bring it back to the system of growth. And here's where I want you to be with me tonight, okay? I was a high school football coach. I'm constantly having to analyze myself, right? As I'm growing a team, as I'm growing a business, even as I'm winning, maybe I've went to senior officer and life's good and I'm making several $1,000s a week. Still analyze your business. Still look and go, how can I get better? What little things am I not doing? So I want to share with you what I do in the business. And I'm going to take, I can't see everybody for some reason. So I'm going to take Sheila and Haley. Okay. I'm going to use those two names for example. Everybody knows Sheila and Haley. And so let's say that Sheila, I get her as a customer. How do I get her as a customer? I'm posting from my boards out twice a day. Okay. Remember, here's what I learned a long time ago. Even though I know how to do more, maybe you're a social media influencer. Maybe you know how to do all kinds of things in TikTok and all this. I want to bring you back to, but what does the masses know how to do? See, if we create a system that appeals to the masses, why does Brent Palmer post twice a day from boards? Because I want the masses to see me leading with the tongue in my shoes, not just the tongue in my mouth. If I ever think I've arrived, my business will start going backwards. As long as my team sees me doing it, guess what? They'll follow my lead. And so that's why if you go to a day at my Facebook, guess what? I posted twice today. And that drives customers. Some weeks it's a lot of customers. Some weeks it's not. Some weeks I might not get any. But the consistent effort over time drives the customers. Now, once I get the customers, I immediately I give a box of drops to Sheila. I go put her into the Circle of Health community, right? I put her into that community because there's accountability. There's the first part of a community, right? I believe what the world wants and the medicine they're looking for is love, support, acknowledgement. They want to be seen. So if we put our customers there, they immediately get that day one. Now, for me, I go to my phone and I say, hey, Siri, remind me in 2 weeks to follow up with Sheila Bukowski.
Okay, I added follow up with Sheila Bukowski for May 14th, 2024.
Boom. If the fortune's in the follow up, I can't make it any easier. So now I might follow up with Sheila in 3 days. Like I'm going to stay accountable. I'm going to stay her partner. I'm going to be her cheerleader. But in 2 weeks, I'm not going to miss the follow up. And please listen to me. And Michele is going to share with you a video that me and her did about conversion. This is going to be a game changer and a light bulb moment for some of you if you really pay close attention. So I have anointed Haley as my 2x2 person, meaning if I ever need a third party validation, and I never try to close someone without a third party validation, I'm getting Haley to do mine. And I'm not going to take but 1 minute of her time. Here we go. So 2 weeks in, I call Sheila and listen to my energy. Hi, Sheila. How are you doing? Tell me the good news on the drops, lady. And Sheila says, you know what? I woke up this morning and I don't have brain fog like I did, and I've lost 3 pounds. And I'm like, oh my goodness, that's great, Sheila. Like, more consistent you are, the longer you're on them, you're just going to see more wins, Sheila. That is so awesome. Hold on just a second. Click over, get Haley on the phone. Haley answers, click back over, bring us together. And I go, Sheila, I couldn't resist. I brought a lady named Haley on the phone. Haley, Sheila has lost 3 pounds and she woke up this morning with no brain fog. And Haley's going to go, oh my goodness, Sheila. I know you don't know me, but I just want to say congratulations. We love seeing people win. The longer you're on these drops, the more wins you're going to have. Now, you're going to need a second box. Don't let Brent get off the phone with you without showing you the $29.95 and the discount that comes with it, and even how you can get it for free. Haley, I'm going to let you jump off. I know you're busy, lady. Thanks you for your time. Boom, Haley's gone. I took 1 minute of her time. Hey, Sheila, I'm going to send you over a PDF right now. You've got it in your text message. All I did is I went to boards and I shot her over the conversion slide deck. It's about 20 slides. I'm not going to go through all 20. I'm going to go fast. We're looking through them together. I'm on my text message. She's on hers. We're flowing through the slide deck. And all I show her is, listen, we have a lot of products, but these people right here, and I'm going through the little before and afters, they're just like you, real people having real results. But here's what Haley was telling you about. For $29.95, one time, you never pay that again. You actually can get our products at a discounted price. Okay. But what I'd like to point you to is what a lot of people do. They actually will buy a 4-pack. Because here's the thing. I will show you how to move those 3. You're going to make $150 off each of them. It'll pay for the whole pack and you get your box for free. I would highly recommend you do that. If they choose not to, even one box is still a better opportunity for that new person. So anytime I move a box, the second month they need a box, they're coming into as a brand partner. But notice I didn't talk about the business. I never said anything about the business. I simply said, you're going to become this for $29.95 and you're going to get a discount, or you're even going to get it for free. That's it. Free and discounts, all I'm talking about. Now, once they become a brand partner, it shifts. Once I have their ID number in the system, it shifts. And I'm just going to gently put my elbow in their back a little bit. Okay, that's smile. It's okay to smile. So I'm going to gently put their elbow in their back, and I'm just going to say, listen, I want to hold your hand through these couple of posts, and you're going to see these boxes like they're going to go fast. Watch this. And I simply do their posts with them. Okay. Maybe I just simply do it with them. And guess what? I take them through that week. They're going to start selling boxes, and you just successfully did a social media launch with your new brand partner. Congratulations. I'm also going to always push the income producing activity call at 9:15 Central Standard Time every morning. It's in the boards app. I'm always going to give them the opportunity to get on that call. And then we'll eventually get to the events. So I want to point you to the next point. All I wanted you to know here is kind of what I think through on a daily basis when I'm converting and bringing customers on and moving them to brand partners, getting their ID number, and then holding their hand through their first post. Now, why do I do that? Because I know the army of activity will blow my business up. The bigger the army, the bigger my business is going to grow. The army of what? The army of people posting twice a day. So here's why I know that. All over the country, we've studied this. So think about 3 lines of business. If you identify 2 people in each line that are sharing 2 posts a day from boards, you're going to sell about 2 10-packs a week in each line. Now think about it. in your pay line of 1,000 and your other pay line of 1,000, combine them to 2,000 times 15%, I just made $300 for the week. So the activity drove the volume, and the volume paid me $300. Multiply that times 4 weeks, I just made $1,200 for the month. Now, you go, I need more money. Okay. If I identify 4 people in each of my lines, I'm going to make $600 a week, $2,400 a month. Now we're getting up there to good part-time, like not taking away from what I'm already doing money. That's 4 people successfully posting twice a day in each of my lines. What about 10 people? Would it be worth it to hold their hands and help them post twice a day if 10 people in each line yielded $1,500 a week of pay? 10 people is going to generate, posting twice a day, about 10 packs a week in each line. That's $1,500. If you look at 10,000 in volume times 15%, that's $6,000 a month. Who couldn't use an extra $6,000 a month? Again, if I'm trying to live my life in volume, that's going to drive me nuts. But if I live my life in this industry on activity, I can control that. Okay? So let's go to the biggest. What if I get 27 people in each line of business that are posting twice a day? Something that we've already created for them. Somebody asked me the other day, they said, I really would like it to be more professional, like from the company. And I said, no. We want it to be raw. And if you don't believe me, you need to see the numbers I look at every day from people that are posting twice a day with raw Facebook footage. Their paychecks are massively growing. So 27 people in each line of business. That's 27,000 in volume times 15%. That's over $4,000 a week. That's 16,000 for the month, just in base pay, just in one form of pay. That's not counting match pay. That's not counting retail profits. That's not counting new volume bonus. So follow me here. That's one way we're paid, what I just shared. Our system checks off the boxes of the comp plan. Now, another way we're paid is through savings bonus. When your weekly check grows to $250 a week or more, the company matches it 15%. They put it into a savings account for you, and when it reaches $10,000, they send you a $10,000 check. And then every month after, you will get an additional check each month. Like Andrea Rosser right now has cashed the $10,000 bonus, and it caps at $2,000 a month. So she receives an additional $2,000 a month in savings plan. She can do whatever she wants to with. It's truly beautiful, absolutely beautiful, whatever you do with the money. So now I want to bring you to matching bonus. Here's the beautiful thing. So let's say that Sheila comes here. Sheila's actually here. So Sheila's here, and Sheila, let's just say that she goes ultimate. She sells 30 boxes of drops. She's rocking this thing. She makes $1,500 in profit. And then she converts 4 brand partners. 3 of them don't do anything. Won't. They're a bonus. You're going to hear me say bonus people. They're the people I love, but they're not the people that follow the system of growth. They're just doing their own thing. We love them. We hug on them, but they're bonuses. But Sheila recruited one person. Her name's Haley, and Haley blew the business up. So she's got one line of business, and Haley optimized. She's making $2,000 a week in base pay. Guess what Sheila's going to make off Haley? One person, one paycheck. She's going to make $300. She's going to make 15%. You see, first generation, she's going to make 15% of $2,000. That's $300. She's going to make every single week. That's $1,200 a month just off Haley's paycheck. But guess what? Haley sponsors people. She's going to actually make 10% off Haley sponsored people. And then guess what? Haley's people that sponsor people, she's going to make 5% off that. And then it just keeps going. 7 generations dynamically compressed. Matched pay will become the biggest payout in the compensation plan for you over time. Trust me. It's going to be beautiful. So guess what? You do get paid on your power line. Okay. The last way I want to talk about the way we're paid is if you'll go to My Money, Partner Co Business Rewards, here's what the company does. They also reward you for activity. So if you're enrolling customers, you're enrolling brand partners in the system, you're growing your payline volume, they're going to give you business reward credits that you can redeem to go on trips. We want to be your lifestyle partner. We want to travel the world together. We want to go to places all over the world. We just got back from Tahiti. The next trip up, and many of you are going on it, we're going to the Bahamas, right? But you can use these credits for that. And obviously the company gives us opportunities to win them free and clear as well. You can use the reward credits also for product, but I would highly recommend just letting them build, because you're going to find out that every 6 months, they're also going to give you a big dump of credits because you grew your pay line. So the more you grow, so we get a pay line dump in June, right at June and July, and we get another one in January. And I cannot wait for you guys to get that this summer, because some of you are going to be smiling from ear to ear when we show this slide from now on. So I am going to, and Michele, if you could, as I transfer over to my computer and I draw this on the board, maybe you could come on and share just really quick, me and Andrea meeting you in Oxford, showing you this on a napkin, what I'm about to show on the board. And within 2 months, Michele grew a massive paycheck in the company, a massive paycheck. So I'm going to exit off of here and I'll be right back.
Yeah, it was a great night. It was at a point where you guys know that I joined as a wholesale product user. I had no intention of working the business at the time. And then as we got closer and closer to the system of growth for the drops, I started really, really, really paying attention, and mainly because of this system, because where I had been before, we never had a simple system. So when we were at dinner, I said, Brent, if I'm going to do this, show me the money. I need to make the big money. I want to make the legacy income. Tell me how to do it. And he did it on a napkin. And what he's going to show you exactly what he showed me on that napkin. And y'all, it changed my life. And I get tearful every time I think about it. I get tearful every time I think of every single one of you, how you've come into this business. We just wanted to give you the joy back in your life, and the opportunity to be able to share these drops, change people's lives, but also in the process, change your life and change your financial future. So pay attention to Brent. I'm going to summarize it when he gets finished. I'm taking some massive notes, and I know y'all are too. And so y'all keep paying attention. And this is exactly what Brent drew on the napkin.
Hello, everybody. Listen, I'm so excited. And all I want to see right here is everybody winning. That's my whole goal, is to get people to where they want to go here. So I want to draw this up for you really quick. So imagine you are here, and I want you to think about this. I want you to think about 2 lines of business that at the end of a Friday, you build it to 13,334 in product volume. Okay. Now, I know the compensation plan is one of the founders backwards and forwards. So what I know is when you do this, and this is collective volume of all of your team in each line, you're going to be making between $12,000 to 16,000 a month in income. We all want that. That would be a beautiful thing. Michele McCay and many others, right, can tell you, Andrew Ross can tell you that this is science to the comp plan. But what I dislike is people get caught up in volume. And I know that because I watch on Friday when the volume's good, they're high on live. And then on Saturday, when the volume goes away, they have a little bit of a down. You get what I'm saying? Like they're like, you know, we've all been there where it's like, oh my goodness, this is a roller coaster ride of emotions, of volume. I don't want that for people. You do not have to live your life that way. I do not live my life that way in this profession. Here's where I live my life. I focus on creating the worker bees that produce the activity. Activity drives the volume, and volume drives the paycheck. So here's what I focus on. I focus on creating a list of people. And this is what I showed Michele, me and Andrea did the night we met with her in Oxford. And I said, Michele, if you'll focus on identifying people that will post twice a day using our boards and just submit to the system, here's what's going to happen. When you identify these worker bees, it won't stop at 10. It'll grow to 20. And then it'll grow to 30. And you'll optimize an income position. If you can get 10 people moving that are doing what? Posting twice a day. How do you know if they're posting twice a day? Guess what? You got to go out on the practice field with them. Imagine me coaching a quarterback, but never going to the practice. I can't tell them to get their arm up when they're throwing, like I don't know, right? Here, I identify the people, and then I go check in on them. Are they posting on Facebook twice a day? If I went to look at your Facebook right now, what would it show? Are you leading with the tongue in your shoes? And my thing is, I always want to be the person that's leading with the tongue in my shoes, even though I don't have to anymore. I could go buy leads. I could do all, but guess what? I got the best lead generator in the world. It's called the boards and bringing in customers. So I'm identifying this, and 10 will grow to 20, to 30, and you will optimize and you will hit the goal. Am I right or am I wrong, Sheila? She's like, you're right. What about it, Haley Lee? She's like, you're right. Like people call me all the time. They're like, you weren't lying. And I'm like, no, it doesn't. I live in Florence, Alabama. You all can come find me. I lived there for 48 years of my life. So I have no interest in lying to you. I have every interest in teaching you what I do to explode your business like Keela White is. She's crushing this thing like Sarah Smith is. She's one of the global power rankers around the world. Like, so I share that to go, okay, this is the activity. This is what I'm trying to do. So now I'm going to move you through this. Everybody feel good about that? We're working for worker bees. Guess what a worker bee is? They don't have to have a skill set. They don't have to be a network marketing professional. They don't have to be a big deal. They just got to be someone that has a burning desire to be given a hand up in this life and make something of themselves. And that's what I love about our system. So next thing is, I want to draw this out for you, okay? Customers. How do we get customers? System of growth. The boards, okay? Posting twice a day. Anybody that wants to get more customers, go post twice a day. I've done it once, Brent. Do it again. Do you know how many times I've posted that month-long post? Many times. It sells every time I do it. Some weeks the sales are high, some weeks the sales are low, but if I get to the end of the month, I've always sold products. I've always got leads to convert. So now, here's what I do. From the customer, I move right here to the convert. I want to ask you a question. If I were to ask how many boxes of drops have you sold, would you be able to tell me that 90% of those boxes you've sold have converted to brand partners? If you listen to me tonight, you will convert 90% of your customers. Okay? Now, here's the thing. I've already told you, the minute I give a box of drops, what I do, I go to Siri, I put a reminder in my phone. In 2 weeks, I follow up with, hey, Sarah Smith, tell me the good news about the drops. And she says, she gives me a win, meaning she tells me something that it's doing. I will convert her every time. But what do I need to convert her? I need someone to be my 2x2. And everybody can't use Michele. Everybody can't use Andrea or Haley. It just has to be a person that you can work with that understands all we're doing is bragging on the other person. All we're doing is loving on the other human. What the world's looking for, the medicine they're seeking, is support, community, and love. And when we get that, we'll blow this business up even bigger. So I'm looking for that 2x2 person. It's what I'm looking for. And I'm not no business. If you hear yourself talking about business, making money on the conversion, we're not doing. If you're going to do it like me, I should say that you're your own boss. You can do whatever you want to, but I would highly recommend to stay away from the business and talk about discount and getting it for free. Discount and getting it for free. If those things are coming out of your mouth, you'll convert 90% of your customers to brand partners. Okay? So that's all I'm doing on the conversion. No business. I'm talking about discount and free. Everybody loves a discount and everybody loves getting it for free. Now, when I get their ID number, that's when I'll put my elbow in their back and say, gently in their back, okay, very kindly in their back. And I'll say, listen, I'm going to hold your hand through this process, but I'm going to show you how we're going to post. And I promise people are going to drive to it and you're going to move these 3 boxes. At that point, when I talk about posting twice and I'm doing it with them, they're either going to become a worker bee or a bonus. That's where your job is to locate 10 and 10. 10 worker bees in each line of business. That's it. That is the play of all plays that if we can get our organization on fire about, we will build a massive army of people doing something very simple. And you go, Brent, what happens when you want to bring another product to market that the world wants? Plug it into this system and let that army of people go out and produce. The person with the biggest army will win this battle. And that's the way my mindset is. That's the way I look at this. Each and every day, everywhere I go. And so people ask me, and I'm going to give you a game plan as I end and turn it back to Michele and Andrew. Why are you traveling so much, Brent? Because right now, if we lay it on the line with where our company is positioned, the next 3 years, I see value that will set my world up financially for the rest of my life, even bigger than it already is. And all I'm doing is going into markets and building my army of people that's sharing twice a day, and the army's growing. The army's growing. Does that make sense to everybody? Like, I hope I can put you in my brain tonight and go, if I can just get you marching to that beat, not for me, for you. Okay? When people go, Brent, you're, number one and whatever, number two in the world. How did you do it? Well, I'll tell you how I did it. It's because we're getting people on board that's understanding the system. You guys are how a person goes to number two in the world. Okay? So I know, I'm smart enough to know it's not about me. It's about the team. It's about the team of people that are breaking ranks, adding value to people's lives, and helping people and growing and helping move them through the pin ranks. That's how a person excels and goes to the top. And I can talk to many of you because you're a high power ranker in the company because of this. So I want to give you a game plan. A game plan that tomorrow is May the 1st. A game plan that by the 31st, we all can go pro. Like, we all can take this thing to the next level. And you are crushing this business. But I want to tell you, we can build it bigger. We can take more people with us if we get them dialed in to this game plan. And so here's my call to action for you. If you were to go, Brent, what's a few things that if we all committed to lock arms to do? And here's what I'll tell you. I'll do it with you. I'll do it. I'll do it. I will walk with the tongue in my shoes and do it with you through this process. And here's what I'm going to do. Number one, post 2 times a day. If you're a social influencer, if you're great at TikTok, if you make your most elaborate post and they're so beautiful, congratulations. But post twice a day from boards. Show your team you're not fearful of it. Watch what happens. Twice a day. Now, that's going to get you customers. That's great. That's going to be $50 a box. That's awesome. But what it's really going to be is this. We all set a pact to convert 10 customers to brand partners using the script that I just gave of conversion. Now, in my previous company where I was the master distributor, I would run promotions for the month where it was the power of one. If we could recruit one person, I was happy. If Sheila could just bring one brand partner in the business, I was ecstatic. Andrea will tell you, I ran that over and over and over. How confident am I in the system? I'm going, every single one of us could recruit 10 brand partners talking about a discount and getting it for free in the month of May. What does 10 brand partners mean to you if you hold their hand and make them post and work with them to post twice a day? That's an optimized line. That's an optimized line. So in the month, tomorrow, May the 1st through the 31st, we set a goal to convert 10 brand partners each on this team. Imagine the explosion. There will be 1,000 on this call next time. Could you imagine 100 people? Okay, 10. Do the math. We just blew this organization up in 1 month. And then the last thing is in the month of May, find 2 brand partners that have sold 15 boxes of drops or more and do a customer appreciation. I want you to see how easy this is. 30 minutes. 30 minutes. I show the boards, I show the conversion slide deck, but what do I really do to customer appreciation? I love on my customers. I give them a little gift. I brag on them for losing 2 pounds. And guess what they do? They thirst for the acknowledgement. They join as brand partners because they see community. It's not an elaborate presentation. The presentation, I walk them through boards. I walk them through the little conversion slide deck. It takes me 10 minutes to do it. And then we start mingling and hugging on people and bragging on them and talking about what they're doing and how they lost and how their night sweats are no more. And guess what they do? They order 4-packs before they leave. So in the month of May, schedule 2 customer appreciations. Now, these 3 things I didn't say were easy. You're going to have to steal time away. But making 2 posts a day, you can schedule that out for the month. You can go to professional mode on your Facebook. You schedule it out. Converting 10 brand partners is just reminding yourself and going after it. It's announcing it to the world that you're going to do it and having the mindset of, okay, why do I want you to convert 10? I want you to go pro at conversion. I want Haley to be going, oh my goodness, they're taking a minute of my time to convert a brand partner. It used to take an hour of my day. I used to could only do 4 a day. Now I'm doing 20 because it's only taking a minute. Michelle's loving it now. Gwen's loving it now. Kimberly's loving it now. Why? Because we have more time in our world. We can do that conversion at the park, at the kids' baseball game, right? We can do it in the car. We're not tied down. And guess what? It's simple. And everybody else can grab it and do it with us. It's not what works for me. It's what I can duplicate to the masses. So those are the 3 asks for me. If you said, Brent, give me a game plan tonight of something I could do for the entire month of May to stay consistent. I want to grow my business. I want to make more money here. I want to grow a bigger team. This is what I would tell you to do. This is what I'd tell you to get your team motivated around, and watch the smoke that will come from this. If we all lock arms together and we do this movement together, I promise this, I'll lead by example and I'll do it with you. Will you? Thank you for having me. I love each and every one of you, and I'm super blessed to have you a part of this company. Michele McCay, I'll turn it back to you.
Hey, so before we stop the recording, I just want to remind y'all screenshot that right there. And then actually, Andrea is going to give y'all a screenshot of who you're going to contact if you want to do this challenge. I'm not going to just add you to a page. You've got to text one of these people. Okay, so the Canadians, y'all message Michelle Zosky or Shelly McNichol. And then all of you in the US, find somebody here that's either your sponsor, your upline, what have you. Text them and let you know you want to be a part of this challenge. I've added a new Telegram group called May Momentum, and you can be added to this Telegram group, and that's where we're going to be able to communicate what y'all are doing if you are following this challenge. Okay, so I'm going to give you like just the format of what you're going to text to us. Hey, I posted 9 and 3, and no, don't do it in the chat. Don't do it in the chat because I won't be able to keep up with it. Text one of these people and let them know. Look at the screen. Take a screenshot of this right here and decide who you're going to text and tell them you want to be a part of the challenge so I can add y'all to the Telegram group, and then we'll tell y'all what to do on the Telegram group. Okay, so I'm so excited. We've got 130 people on this call. If everybody converts 10 customers to brand partners, how many people is that, y'all? 1,300 new brand partners in our business. And I've already professed or confessed or whatever you want to say that by PXP, we're going to triple our team. I'm not even saying double. I say we're tripling because y'all, at Panama City, we are at 272. Today, we're at 1043. We almost quadrupled our team since Panama City. So we're going to triple, quadruple, maybe even more before Orlando. So y'all get ready. This is going to explode your business. So the notes that I took, and Andrea, I know you're an amazing note taker. If we were to summarize this, I mean, this is really it, y'all. The game plan is the summary of what Brent talked about. You're going to have the recording to go back and listen to the language that Brent did for the three-way call. And remember, if you're somebody's 2x2, it takes 1 minute. So I want y'all scheduling three-way calls. This is how Cynthia and I do it, or Andrea and I, or anybody else that I do them with. I message them and say, hey, look, I'm reaching out to my customers today. Can you give me a few minutes? Is there a window of time that's better for you that you can answer if I give you a call? Okay. Now, have done it on three-way text before too, and then get on a call. But don't overthink this, y'all. It's so simple. We're just cheering these people on. So make it simple, make it fun. We are providing these people a discount. We are not having a 30, 40-minute business conversation, right? This is offering your happy customers who love the product already. Hey, I hate for you to pay $150 a box. We're looking at 3 to 6 more months on these drops. So I'm not about to let you pay $450 to $600. We're going to get you a discount or show you how to get them for free. I'm hopping off this call, so let Cynthia show you exactly how that's going to happen. Boom. We probably could do it in 30 seconds, couldn't we, Brent?
Absolutely.
So is that a good summary? Did I get everything, Andrea and Brent?
You absolutely did. And I think what this does, Michele, is you're on here tonight and you're going, is Andrea Rosser going to do this? Absolutely. Is Michele going to do this? Most definitely. Haley, Sheila, like I could go on and on and on. Why? Because they're your representation. Like we want all of us to go to the top of this thing. And I look across at this team and I got to give this shout out. And I'm taking a little more time, but listen, you deserve it. Like when I look across and I see, you know, that here sits Michele McCay at number 4 in all of North America. When I look and I see Haley Lee at number 10, I see Sarah Smith at number 12. I see Cynthia Bolden at number 13. I see Sheila Bukowski at number 17. I mean, I go through and I see Kelly Chun at 20. Like I see so many of you and I celebrate you. I applaud you because I know life hasn't always been easy. This industry hasn't always been easy, but you chose to trust one more time. And I promise you this, as the months go on, one of the things that we will all take away is we got each other's back. We got each other's back. And I believe that type of culture just creates a massive bond that people are attracted to. I look at our worldwide power rankers around the world. This is not a stagnant company. This is a company that's in 1 year has went over right at 400 million. We look up next year over $1 billion. Like, and I look across and I go, Michele McCay is number 7 in the world, which is, guess what? That's you guys. She knows that. That is your trophy. You know, I look across and I see, when I look up and see Sarah Smith on there at number 25 coming in. Guys, here's what that tells me. It tells me I see Haley Lee, you know, in the world. Haley Lee coming in at number 20. I go, we have just started. This team has just started. And as I travel and I come into your teams, I was saying this about Kimberly to Michele McCay today. I said, Kimberly is a trainer of trainers. I see her heart. I see how passionate she gets coaching people. I've watched her on social media. And so many of you, you just got that winning spirit. We've just got started. So thank you for your partnership. Thank you for trusting. And thank you for being here with us. God has so much in store for us here with the company. So, Michele, Andrea, I'll turn it back to you and be quiet. I'll be quiet.
So, Andrea, let me just tell y'all what we're going to do. We can go ahead and stop the recording, Andrea. But if